We go to Florida.
Yeah.
Ever since Marco Rubio was tapped by one Donald Trump, of course, he is the senator of Florida, to be his Secretary of State.
Are you filming it? So I want you guys to get this. I want them to destroy every element of Hamas they can get their hands on.
One question looms. Who's going to take his place? And of course, that would be up to one Governor Ron DeSantis.
I hate your guts!
One of those names being thrown around, the daughter of the Donald, Lara Trump.
It is what it is.
I'm Jazz Berganza on this. No, nepotism rarely ever works, but ask Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
And it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganza, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Of course, this is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Well, after the tragedy that struck Madison, Wisconsin in the last 48 hours revolving a Christian school, and of course, multiple injuries, deceased, including the gunman, turned out to be a 15-year-old girl with some serious mental illness issues. Continue to pray for the families, but we're going to move on a little bit from that. Among Donald Trump's picks for his upcoming administration in 2025, one of those happened to be the Secretary of State. And of course, that was one of the first names that he jumped on. And of course, one of the names that he did jump on, was one Marco Rubio, Senator of Florida. Of course, the questions always loomed, and of course, with all his other picks from Pete Hegseth to Tulsi Gabbard to Robert Kennedy Jr. and of course, Mr. Tom Holman, border security czar. Who's going to take over? Who is the governor, Ron DeSantis, the macho man himself, who has been a total savage as governor his entire, time there. Who's he going to pick? One of the names being bantied about, being thrown about, is the daughter of one Donald Trump, Lara Trump. And yeah, my opinion, not a fan. But anyway, those will be my thoughts. And here we go. This comes from Breitbart. Exclusive. Lara Trump on senator speculation. It's up to Governor DeSantis to decide. Of course it is. It's his state. It's up to Governor Ron DeSantis to choose an individual to fill Marco Rubio's Senate seat, Lara Trump said during an appearance on Breitbart News Daily amid speculation of rumors that she's on the short list. Host Mike Slater asked Trump, who's been a resident of Florida for 3.5 years now, how she enjoying the Sunshine State. Florida's where it's at, let me tell you. I mean, we did the move, and I think as a lot of people did during the COVID days, it felt like you were in a communist country in the Northeast. We moved from New York, like many others, that Florida's great. She said, Florida's booming. You've seen that. She said that the Sunshine State, along with Texas, has been very popular and still seems to be picking up steam. We obviously increased our congressional seat numbers in the midst of COVID because many people wanted to move to the state. So, doing great. It's just about the perfect these days. It's about 72 degrees right now, so I'm not upset about it. She said as Slater alluded that speculation around her possibly filling the seat of one Marco Rubio, who President-elect Donald Trump tapped to serve as Secretary of State. Quote, wouldn't it be great to represent the people of Florida too? Because it's not just the weather, right? It's the people, Slater said. It would be great. Listen, I would like to represent anyone in this great country we call the United States of America, but certainly from the state of Florida. That would be really nice, he said, laughing as Slater asked, what are you getting at here, Mike? She said that it's up to the governor to decide. Obviously, we'll leave it up to him. And I will say he's one of the reasons I moved to the state, along with my husband, Eric, and our 2 kids and 2 dogs. He's done a great job. So I know he'll make a great decision on who fills Senator Rubio's seat, she added. Reporter asked the president-elect about the possibility of Governor DeSantis tapping his daughter to replace Rubio, whether or not he expected. He says he does not. No, I don't. I probably don't, and I don't know. Ron's doing a good job. That's his choice. Nothing to do with me, he said, praising Lara Trump as unbelievable, highly respected, while highlighting the work she did as RNC co-chair. Ron's going to have to make that decision, and he'll make the right decision. I know that Laura's got so many things going on. I mean, she's got so many other things. People want to have her on television. They want to give her contracts. Her predominant thought is our country and our family. Those are her thoughts, Trump added. My opinion, no. Absolutely not. Now, I take nothing away from Lara Trump. I think, like I say, she's a great mother, a wife. She's been extremely forthcoming in regards to her support for her father, RNC co-chair. But when it comes to being in the Senate, which is something Marco Rubio has done relatively okay with. Not great. He started out like a ball of fire early on, with Ted Cruz out of Texas, and then he kind of fizzled off. You saw flashes, especially when it came to his support of Israel. In that last, if you ever see that TikTok video where he basically just roasts a commentator in regards to Israel, yeah, that might have been the highlight of his last 4 to 5 years as Senate. But my opinion, to replace him, I like Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz stepped away because he thought he was going to be, Secretary of Defense. That didn't work out. Kind of fizzled out. But why not? He's semi-retired. He's doing the podcast circuit right now. I think, in my opinion, that'd be a great pick for Governor Ron DeSantis to choose, to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to put you in there, have you take over for Marco, and we'll see how you go from there on. But with Lara Trump, no, I'm not a fan of the whole nepotism thing. I'm really not, because it's backfired in so many ways. Again, like I said in my intro, I asked Joe Biden with Hunter. I know, 2 different families, 2 different situations. I'm not comparing Lara Trump to Hunter, but it's still family nonetheless. But I know Governor Ron DeSantis, the macho man himself, will do an excellent job in picking whoever is going to replace Marco Rubio. And again, I'm pushing for Matt Gaetz, but that's just me. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, subscribe to it, comment on it, talk about it, throw it around. Who cares? I'm kidding. But I appreciate you guys, watching. Continue to push the show. And we'll see you next time. Peace.